Welcome to Hacking Self-Storage. This is a completely different message, completely different podcast today. What I want to do is I want to tell you, I want to buy your company. I want to buy your storage. If you've got a storage that is up and running, I want to buy it. This is the message for today. We have got capital ready to invest. We've got investors. We can make quick decisions. And I want to buy your self-storage company. Why am I doing this? There's no point lying. I'm a little bit nervous about the growth of self-storage at the minute. I'm a little bit nervous about setting up a new facility. We've already got one in Boston that we're setting up. We've obviously signed the lease. It's only a small site anyway, so it's not massive. It's not going to make us or break us. It's going to do okay. But would I open another site from scratch right now? And I've been thinking long and hard about this. And the answer is no. And the reason being is because when we first open a site, we know it's going to take X amount of months, maybe 36 months, 24 months to get to that critical point where you break even. So you've got your expenses up there when you first open up. The expenses might be, I don't know, 300 grand for argument's sake, just round numbers, 300 grand. And then every single month, you're only gaining £1,000 a month revenue, 2,000, 5,000, whatever it may be. You're only gaining small incremental changes every single month to your revenue. So you're always going to be at a net loss for the first few months, or unless you're Clough Road, which has done very, very well. You're always at a net loss position. And that's fine. That's okay. In a normal economy, I can project what's going to happen. I can predict. I know my cash flow forecast. But unfortunately, right now, it's not a normal economy. And that's why I'm personally just holding off on opening new sites, because if it was years gone by, I can pretty accurately predict what's going to happen. I've got like a worst case scenario. And so far, we've always beat worst case scenarios. So I plan for the worst and hope for the best. And we make sure we've got the funding in place to be able to support that cash flow deficit for that site. Unfortunately, I don't feel confident enough right now to predict what's going to happen and how it's going to affect the storage industry. I'm sure we're all going to be absolutely fine. And obviously, I'm very, very bullish about self-storage. But what I mean is that I can't accurately predict how much square foot is going to move in on a month-to-month basis in a new site location. I could do before, but I just don't know what's around the corner. I don't know fuel prices. Everything's gone up. The inflation, the whole economy is different. Are we going to be in a recession? What's going to happen? What is around the corner? The Prime Minister, all these little factors just make me worry a little bit. And by worry, I mean that I can't predict what's going to happen. So therefore, because I can't predict what's going to happen, it may take 48 months to get to that critical point where normally it'd take 36. However, it could still take 36 months to get to that critical point where we're positive cash flow. It could do a boom like it did during COVID. And it could take 24 months. But the thing is, I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen over these next 12 months. So that is why I've took the approach that I don't want to open a new site. There's potentially one site that we're going to sign up, and it's because it's been going on for a long process, but that won't be opening. It's a new build, so that won't be opening for 2 years anyway. So for the next 12 months, we'll say it was 6 months goes, because you know me, I get itchy feet. For the next 6 to 12 months, I'm going to hold off finding new sites and opening new sites, unless it's a container site. That's a whole different kettle of fish. I'll tell you, I'll go into that another. If I do find a container site, then I will tell you the reasons why I'm okay with a container site. But yeah, for indoor self-storage, for me, I can't accurately predict the cash flow deficit, and therefore that is why I'm standing still. However, you know me, I'm very ambitious. I've got these goals that I want to meet. I want to get in 2024, I want to hit £1 million EBITDA. Standing still is not going to get me there. I've been in talks with my business mentors, asking advice. And what do I do? How do I improve the business? Because there's only so much revenue management I can do. There's only so much improvement I can do, taking it from a £500,000 or £600,000 EBITDA to £1 million. I can't increase the revenue by 50% and get to £1 million revenue. It just can't happen. So what I am looking to do, I've just realized I've got a rent increases. Sorry, I just realised that I've got to do my rent increases for Gold Star, who sublet us. It's £5,000 a year that we're increasing the rent by. It's not massive. It's not going to get me to £1 million EBITDA. and I don't know, that's just my goal for 2024. I want to be £1 million EBITDA, and I'm absolutely positive I will do. I know one way I will get there, because I'm obviously very ambitious, and standing still for me just doesn't float my boat. So what other way can I do it? And the another way I can do it is by acquisitions, because the reason I want to do acquisitions is because I already know that company is past that critical point. My worry is getting to that critical point. How long will it take to get to that critical cash flow point where we're net cash flow positive? With a new storage, with an acquisition, I know that you will be already there. And so, and I have spoke to other people last time I put a message out, and it was that there was self-storage sites that just, unfortunately for me, that they hadn't been open long enough. So they weren't at that net position. There wasn't at that net positive cash flow position. So if you've got a self-storage business, like I said, where we've got the funding, I can probably go around about 2 million. So if you're in a position where you want to sell your self-storage company, or you just want to flirt with the idea, give us a call or give us an email, deanbooty@icloud.com, and let me know, because I'm very, very much interested, whether it's an outdoor container site or an indoor site, whether it's on the back of an industrial estate or whether it's on the main road. It doesn't matter to me, because it's a mature facility. That's what I'm looking for. Mature facilities that are cash flow positive right now. And obviously most self-storage companies will be very, very much cash flow positive. That is our criteria. I would love to hear from you. So I want to buy your storage site. And that is the reason why we're not starting from scratch. I'm just deviating from my original plan. And by the way, that is what you've got to do in business. You've got to adapt. You've got to know the economy, and therefore you've got to iterate and improve and veer off in different directions. Just because that was my whole idea, was going to be open new sites, and then later on, maybe 5 years time, start acquiring when it starts being a little bit more competitive and the new sites aren't as easy to come by. However, with the landscape changing in the economy, I've had to rethink it and think, okay, the best thing for me to do is buy a self-storage site, put my name, put how we would add value to it. What would we do? How would we improve it? And that floats my boat. That I've got to do things that I enjoy. And that for me would be enjoyment. Like Clough Road. As you know, it's Monday when I'm recording this, but on Tuesday, I'm going through how Clough Road's going. And since we've had a meeting today, it's been incredible. We've done two or three reservations today. We've changed things. And I'll go through exactly what we've changed and how we've changed things as well. But we've changed things, and it's meant that Clough Road has massively improved. I love it. It does get a bit boring, like Willoughby. Well, I've always said Beverley Festival is very, very much. It just performs. It gets a little bit boring, but a good boring. It just performs, spits out cash, £100,000 net profit a year for a small site. It's wonderful, but there's not a lot of moving parts now. It's set up, it's there, it's not going to change. Willoughby was exciting for a little bit because it was a new site, got past that critical point. I've got one ambition for Willoughby, take it and make it £1 million revenue site. So we've got to improve it by maybe 10%. Hopefully we'll get there by maybe next year. We'll take £1 million. But other than that, it's chugging along really nicely, and it gets a bit boring. Clough Road, really exciting because it's a new site and we're developing it all the time. And then all of a sudden it was doing really, really well, and then it dropped off a little bit in performance, and then we've got to get that performance back again, and that's exciting. The new site in Boston, that's really exciting. And so I want to do things in business that I enjoy, and buying a business and seeing how the business runs and operates and the staff, and I think that will be fun. And so I want to do things that are fun. And obviously, if I can make money as well at the same time, then that's what I want to do. I want to obviously make money. I want to get to that £1 million profit, and acquisitions will be part of it. Hopefully there'll be more than one. There's tons of sites that I've been looking at which have been interesting for me. I've contacted owners, and at the minute we haven't had any positive responses yet. But yeah, I'll put it out there. If anybody wants to sell, or anybody thinking about selling, or anybody just wasn't thinking about selling and thinking now, oh, should we flirt with the idea? Get in touch, deanbooty@icloud.com. Love to have a chat, and we'll see if there's a deal to be done. Multiples are all over the place at the minute, aren't there? So who knows? But I can guarantee one thing, that I'll be fair to you, you be fair to me, and then hopefully a deal can be done. There's my pitch. That's my pitch for you guys. So I want to buy your self-storage. All right, guys, girls, love you, appreciate you. And on Friday, I'm going to tell you something that has changed in Clough Road. We've only been doing it over the weekend, but the weekend results have been fantastic. We've been doing it 3 days so far. And yeah, we're already seeing fantastic results from doing this one little tweak. And it was because we've copied another facility, another company. And I'm going to go into what we've done. All right, mates. Bye-bye. Mates. All right, mates. Oh, no, I was going for a business meeting with the head of a franchise in Starbucks, trying to work with them somehow because obviously we were opening near Starbucks, the next 2 locations. And I emailed and said, mate, I'm real sorry. I'm going to be late because I was stuck in traffic. I was like 3 minutes late and I ate it. So, mate, I'm sorry. I've got to. It's like, why have you called him mate? Why have you said mate? Why? I've just met this person. Why would I say mate? I'm about to just meet her for the first time. Why would I call anybody a mate? Mate, like mate. Like you chav, you absolute chav. Right. All right. Love you. Appreciate you. I'm out of here. See you soon. Bye.